Hello, lovely Dylusionists. Welcome to part 2864 of my unfortunate life, or as known as things that only happen to Diane. Everywhere in the world, you know how many different things have happened. So anyway, I went to London to visit a friend, the lovely Steph, and there was a few of us going. So it was my busy mate Sue. We went on the train from Harrogate, went on the high-speed train, and then Colleen, who lives in York, she went on the train from York. And we were all meeting at King's Cross, and then Steph, we have to go, we have to do the underground and then a little overground train to get, it takes about 20 minutes, I think, to get to Steph's house. And we were just having a lovely weekend, okay? So we went, it wasn't much more to do first class. So Sue and I had first class tickets, and we got the direct train, which actually only stops at about 4 places. So gets there, everything's lovely. The weekend was really, really nice. Well, it wasn't the weekend, it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We had a lovely, lovely time. So coming back, Colleen was staying. I had to be back, I think I was babysitting, and Sue had to be back for something. So Colleen was staying. So we all went back to, we got on the little train. We got on the first overground train. And then we got to the underground, okay? So we got to the underground, and they were going to go into London to look at some exhibition or whatever. So there was Steph and there was Colleen, and then James, Steph's husband, was going to be meeting them there. So we said goodbye at the top of the underground. We had our hugs and everything, and we set off to go down the escalator. And I had a call it a roll-on. Carry on, my suitcase, my little one, and on top of that I had my bag, and on top of that I had a big cardigan. So it was hooked onto my bag and onto the roll-on, and the cardigan was across the top. And I was going to put my cardigan on. It's one of my most treasured cardigans. Absolutely love it. Haven't worn it much because it's so treasured. And as we started going down the escalator, the heat from the underground, so I thought, I'm not putting the cardigan on. I'll just keep it separate. So I've got me, and how many times am I walking with a case and a bag and something on the top? I mean, I do it all the time in airports. Anyway, so we get down there, we find the right platform, we stand on the platform. The platform's getting busier and busier, and it was for the underground to take us to King's Cross. So you're moving forward a little bit. So I'm quite near the front, and as you get nearer to the edge of where the trains come, you have these ridged, what do you call it, like concrete, ridged tiles. And I think it's so you can feel if you're getting too near the edge, or blind people can't. So there's ridged tiles. So I'm stood here like this, and I've got my suitcases at the side of me. Now I'm this way. My suitcase is at the side of me, chatting to Sue. And more people came onto the platform. And this person came onto the platform and bumped me, rather rudely bumped me, okay? Which knocked me like that, which knocked my suitcase. The suitcase hit the ridges like this. A wheel went in the ridge, my suitcase tipped. As my suitcase tipped, the bag, cardigan, everything flew off the top onto the rails of the underground. There was just silence this person who bumped me just disappeared, just didn't know what to do. Luckily, I grabbed my case. As it went down, I grabbed my case. You look over the edge, and I'm sure Emmy will find a picture for you. But there on the tracks is my belongings, all my belongings. And this cardigan is lying on the line. It's actually on the line. And we just didn't know what to do. We're like, what do we do? What do we do? Oh my God, what do we do? There's no guards around, there's nothing. And then you can hear the train. You can hear the train coming. I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Just didn't know what to do. And this train came and ran over all my belongings, okay? And that happened about another 12 times. A train came and ran over everything. A train came, everybody's taking photos, everybody's looking over the side. Sue, meantime, had pulled like an emergency because I was panicking. One would think it was a bomb or something. They're not supposed to leave their bags unattended. Would it bounce up and hit all the passengers? Would it affect the train? Can you imagine? Underground closed because Dan Reevely's bag broke the trains. I was just like, I was distraught. So Sue's on the phone, and I'm just I just didn't know what to do. And this train just kept coming and running over it. So anyway, eventually guards came and they were like, we can't, it's live, all the lines are live. So we were there for about an hour and the guards were like, we don't know what to do because it's Saturday afternoon, it's the busiest time ever. We can't shut the underground down. And I knew I had to get a train from King's Cross back home. So I said, can I give you our details? And I have a friend who lives about 15 minutes out. I said, do you think it's recoverable? And he went, I don't know, maybe. So I gave him the number and I said, has this happened before? And he said, no. He says, people have lost the phone and people have lost, like, what they're called, earbuds. But he says, we've never had somebody's whole belongings down there, and they just didn't know what to do. So anyway, after about an hour, I gave him my number, I gave him Steph's number, and we went. And I was in shock. Sue was in shock. I was just in shock, total shock. And anyway, we got on the train, and I was like, oh my God, my headphones are in there. Oh my God, my charger was in there. And you start remembering all the things that are in this bag. And it was just like, oh, I really was in shock, and I was in tears because in the bag, so like when I go to the airport, anything important goes in the bag, doesn't go in the suitcase. So like my medication, my chargers, they go in there. And I knew I'd done the same thing because I do it every time. Anyway, we've been on the train about, it's so warm here, I'm sorry, I'm steaming up. So we've been on the train about an hour and a half, and I got a text, and there's only a picture of Steph's husband holding aloft the bag, okay? So they'd rung and said I think they had about 15 minutes between trains or something, so we said we shut that line down, we grabbed it, they hooked everything up, and they said, we've got the bag. And I said, what's everything like? She's not sure. Anyway, Colleen was coming home on the Monday, so Colleen said, I will bring it back to York. So she took it to her house, I drove out and got it, and I have it here, and I haven't been through it yet. But there's two bags actually. This is one, and then I have this bag here. Okay, so we are going to look at the bag. Now this bag doesn't have, it has a few scuffs, but I'm amazed. This is a Cath Kidston cowboy one, and this is from the original release, which is about, I think, 20 odd years ago. And I absolutely love this bag. And I was thinking of retiring it because I didn't want to get it too damaged. It's very battered, I've used it a lot. So I was heartbroken about the bag, but actually, you can see where it's been run over a bit, but the bag is fine. Okay, so the bag is fine. Oh my gosh, there's a hair clip, which is absolutely fine. So then there is I think this is fine. There's my memory foam cushion, which I have to take when I go to other people. That's absolutely fine. I was sniffing it just to see if there was any diesel on it. So I can just undo, I can wash that, I can take that cover off, so that's fine. So this is the bag. So let's see what's broken, see how it is. So these are, oh my God, they're fine. So Steph makes these journals, and I bought some off her, and I want to do a video on the dandelions. I bought 3. They're okay. The bag's a bit battered because everything flew out. They're okay. Oh, I'm feeling a bit. Oh my God! My mug. How did that survive? It's like a 6-foot drop down. I don't know where the lid is. The lid might be in here somewhere. That hasn't even smashed. I can smash that on my own, sat at my desk. So that's okay. That's another of those books. That's a present for Ben, actually. That looks fine. My dialogue. How has this all survived? There's my charger. I haven't looked in this bag because I was scared. I really didn't want to. My sunglasses. Oh my gosh. You can see there's marks on everything where they've flown out, but the train seems to have some pencil case. But I had no chargers. The chargers, everything's okay. Oh, I can't believe this. Oh, the tapestries. They're fine. I'll show you this actually. This is my, oh, let me just get this needle out. There we go. That's my Grace and Perry that I've just got to finish off. And this is my cat one that I haven't finished off. I did put this to one side. I was like, typical, these are nearly finished and I've lost them on the underground, so they're okay. This was the only journal block I had. This was the only size stamping block. It was the only one. It's not, I can't believe it. It's not smashed. Charger. Lost property label, bag and personal effects retrieved from track. I might frame that and put that in my studio. Tablets. Scissor. Oh. Do you know what's missing? The headphone charger. Now the headphones, I did take them out the top. The headphones were in it. They were on the top. They're fine, but the charger's not there. Wow. Right. Let's have a look at the cardigan. So this cardigan has been run over about 36 times. Am I going to cry? It just smells of diesel. That's come out the pocket. I think that can go in the bin. They said, do you want the cardigan? I said, I just want to look at it. Oh my God. This is what I expected everything in my bag to look like. And do you know what? I was worried on the way there. I was worried about this pull. There's a tiny little pull in the cardigan. I'm wondering if there's any part of it. I could maybe keep a bit of that. I'm wanting to make like a cushion. So, the moral of the story is, don't stand too... I wasn't even close to the line. But there you go. Have you ever had anything run over 36 times by the London Underground? No? Only me? Well, there you go. So I just thought that was an interesting tale for you.